My favorite moment in the Old Testament comes in Exodus. Moses, tending the flock of his father-in-law, guides his sheep through the wilderness to what is now called Mount Sinai in Egypt. There he comes upon a burning bush. Moses watches it for a while, waiting for the fire to extinguish itself, but it doesn't. Then God calls out to Moses from the flames and tells him that, congratulations, he's been chosen to confront the Pharaoh and deliver the Israelites out of Egypt. Moses is skeptical. He says to God, suppose I go to the Israelites and I say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? Then what shall I tell them? Moses is effectively asking God, who are you anyway? To which God responds, I am who I am. Tell the Israelites that I am has sent me to you. Now, if I was Moses and God told me that, I'd be like, what does that mean? I am who I am? What? But there's a later, somewhat official interpretation of what God meant, that God is omnipotent and ever-present. You get that take in Revelations 1:8, in which God says that, quote, I am the Alpha and the Omega, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty. In other words, I am the beginning, the totality of it all, the past and the future. This popular explanation is a bit speculative, which is fine, but more than one person can speculate. So here's my take. I think that God was saying to Moses, I don't know who I am. Maybe God was implying something like this. All I know is that one day I appeared, and there are only two things, the universe and me. How this happened, I can't tell. It felt like just before I came into existence, there had been some kind of explosion. But whatever took place, there I was. And soon I discovered that I could do anything, that I had unlimited powers, so I created an army of assistants and set about populating the universe with stars and worlds and vast fields of matter and energy. I even created something that you call time, so I could keep a record of what I was doing. But after a while, I realized that no matter how many things I created, I was still alone. All those planets and stars and assistants were just extensions of me, and I would remain alone until I could somehow create something, anything that existed independently of me that would not bend to my will. So I created you, humans, and I gave you the choice of always obeying me or going your own way. And you, humanity, chose the latter path. The good news is that I no longer feel so isolated. The bad news is that you are an appalling species. You murder each other, you betray each other, you enslave one another. At one point, I wiped most of you out, save one man and his family, who I found redeemable. But as you repopulated the earth, you engaged in the same horrible behaviors as before. Yet I cannot destroy you. Your existence and the choices that you make independent of me confirm that I am not alone in the universe, and so I am going to try once again to guide you to a gentler path. I am going to free you from the ruler of Egypt, where you currently dwell in slavery, and I'm going to offer you a set of rules that I hope you will accept as a way towards a better life, and that, by your example, you will teach others. But getting back to your question, who am I? As I said before, I am who I am. But I don't know who that is. I don't know how I came here or why. I only know that I will always be with you so long as you and I continue to exist.